How to build a business that actually works. For years, I've dedicated myself to a single mission, understanding what makes a small or medium-sized business not just survive, but truly thrive. And what I've discovered is that much of the conventional wisdom is wrong. The number one reason for success is that people focus on activities with high potential consequences. The number one reason for failure is that people waste their energy on things that have low or no potential consequences. This echoes the powerful words of the famous management thinker Peter Drucker, who said that the very worst use of your time is to work efficiently on something that never needed to be done at all. The blueprint for a successful business. So, what does it really take? Based on decades of observation and work with successful entrepreneurs, I've distilled the formula down to 7 critical components. Think of these as the 7 pillars that hold up a profitable and enduring enterprise. 1. Great leadership, the art of calm. Decision-making. True leadership isn't about a title. It's about the ability to get results and allocate resources wisely. The best leaders I've studied, including self-made billionaires, all share one quality, especially in a crisis. They go calm. When your mind is calm, your brain functions at its highest level. When you're emotional, your ability to think clearly plummets. Great leaders practice what Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman calls slow thinking for high-consequence decisions. They don't react, they respond. Their primary job is to ask, what is the single most important result we need to achieve? And then marshal all resources toward that goal. Second, a great product or service. Put it on the plate. This is the non-negotiable foundation. You cannot build a great business on a mediocre product. A close friend of mine owned 3 wildly successful restaurants that were always full, yet he never advertised. His secret? We always put it on the plate. He focused obsessively on serving superb food at a fair price. A study of the fastest growing companies in America found that every single one was fanatical about quality as defined by their customers. The ultimate test of your product is this: what percentage of your customers, after using it, voluntarily turn to someone else and say, "You have to try this"? If that number is high, you are on the path to incredible growth. Third, a great business plan. Think it through. Don't just write it up. Forget the 100-page documents they teach in business school. A great business plan is a thinking tool. It forces you to answer critical questions on paper. What will it truly cost? What can we sell it for? Who are the key people we need? Where do we find the horses, as Napoleon would say, to pull our wagon? It's not about rigidly following a script. It's about thinking through the long-term consequences of your decisions before you make them. Fourth, a great marketing plan. Attract the interested. Many people confuse marketing with sales. Here's the difference. Marketing is making people raise their hand and say, "I'm hungry." Sales is convincing them to come to your restaurant to satisfy that hunger. Your marketing plan must be a system for generating a steady stream of genuinely interested prospects. And remember the golden rule of advertising. The fastest way to kill a bad product is to advertise it widely. A great product, however, is made for great marketing. Fifth, a great sales plan, the system of conversion. If marketing attracts interested people, sales converts them into paying customers. Top-performing companies don't leave this to chance. They have a professional, systematized sales process. Whether the sale happens in Warsaw, Los Angeles, or Johannesburg, the process is the same. It's a repeatable, predictable method. I have seen companies increase their closing rates from 1 in 10 to 9 in 10 simply by implementing a proven sales process instead of relying on random individual effort. Sixth, great numbers. Know your economic denominator. In business, what gets measured gets managed. Every activity and result can and should be expressed as a number. The most successful companies, like Amazon, are obsessed with metrics, but you must know which numbers matter. You must find your one most important number, what Jim Collins calls your economic denominator. This is the number that most accurately predicts your success. Is it net profit per sale? Customer lifetime value? It's rarely just sales, because you can sell a lot and still go bankrupt if you're losing money on every transaction. Find your number and obsess over it. Seventh, great customer service. The business of happiness. This is the final, crucial piece of the puzzle. The most successful companies are not in the shoe business or the software business. They are in the customer happiness business. They are obsessed with creating such a positive experience that customers not only come back, but bring their friends. Look at Zappos. That company was built on the idea that phenomenal customer service is a business model, and it was sold for over $1 billion. When a customer has a problem, the leaders of these companies can't sleep until it's resolved. They understand that a loyal, happy customer is the most valuable asset you will ever have. The power of integration. These 7 pillars are not optional. They are a complete system. If you are weak in any one of them, it's like dialing a 7-digit phone number and getting 1 digit wrong. The call doesn't go through. Your business will struggle. But if you master these 7 areas, you have a scientifically proven, learnable framework for building a business that doesn't just work, but soars. Like and subscribe to our channel.